And welcome back to the channel. How's it going, everybody? My name is Lycan, and I just want to say real quick, thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. I have my Social Blade pulled up over here, so I'm watching it live count. I'm at 10,083 right now. You guys are absolutely amazing. Just keep subscribing. You guys are fantastic. We're going to be doing a giveaway here real soon. But yeah, for today's video, for the first video of the day, I felt like we should just cover this leak in its entirety. So yeah, we're going to talk about it a little bit. You know, that's pretty much all there really is to talk about with Game of Thrones now. I know people are coming out with all these videos about theories and stuff and like what could the white horse mean and all this stuff, but you know, they just they're not going in deep enough to even make these theories come true. There's no foreshadowing anymore. I seen a really funny picture. It was like, yeah, Arya stabbing that guy or that kid in the stables kind of randomly foreshadowed that she was just going to randomly stab the Night King. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. Yeah, like one of the best things about the season so far is just the memes. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and talk about these leaks. One more time, I just want to say thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. Absolutely amazing. You guys are awesome. Let me know if you want to see any type of different content, because obviously today is the finale of Game of Thrones. Tonight, we will be watching Game of Thrones for the last time. Oh, I also got a question for you real quick. Do you guys think that the way the show is ending and how everybody's pretty much just hating it, do you guys think that will affect how people view the prequels or the spinoffs or whatever? I don't really think it'll have too much of an impact, just because we'll be getting rid of these current showrunners, and hopefully the new ones kind of, you know, incorporate George R.R. Martin a lot. But anyways, I want to know what you guys think about that. Are you guys still going to be excited for the spinoffs? I'm really excited for Vikings and The Last Kingdom. That's kind of what I'm excited for. But anyways, let's check out these leaks, and we'll read through them and talk about them just a little bit. This will be the last time that I really cover this, I do believe. So anyways, basically we got some new information on the 16th, which I talked about yesterday in my video, but we'll just read through it again. So it says, Jon, Davos, and Tyrion are walking through the aftermath of King's Landing. Tyrion walks through what's left of the castle and sees Jaime's hand, so he starts to uncover the rubble, and he confirms both Cersei and Jaime are dead. So how exactly, like, they got buried, absolutely buried. So how is he really going to see his hand? That sounds a little stupid, to be honest. And I don't know, like, he just sees his hand. Like, is he going to see the rest of his body, or is his golden hand just going to be laying there separated from his body? I don't know. That just sounds weird, because obviously everything's just pouring down on top of him. It shouldn't really separate his hand that much. You know what I mean? It's not like he exploded. So that's a little weird to me off the bat. Little cliche. It says they find Grey Worm and his men. They have Lannister soldiers trapped, and they're about to kill them. So I feel like, I don't know, that it just seems like the spacing is just way off already. Like the traveling, and I don't know, just the time has been off on this whole season. It's just way too rushed. It doesn't flow very well. I don't know. That seems weird. So you have time for, you know, Tyrion and all them to make it to the Red Keep, which I'm pretty sure they're kind of far away. And meanwhile, there's still fighting going down with Grey Worm. So anyways, Grey Worm tells Jon that it's the Queen's orders. Basically, they're about to kill these soldiers. Jon and Tyrion are upset. At some point, Dany is walking. Oh, okay, so that means, yeah, like, so maybe it's just this leak, because they're obviously walking through the aftermath of King's Landing. But then after that, it goes back to Tyrion finding Grey Worm, and they're getting ready to kill more soldiers. I don't know. And I don't know. At some point, Dany is walking downstairs, and Jon sees her, and the dragon is behind her, and it looks like she has giant dragon wings. I don't even know what that's supposed to symbolize. Then they cut to Dany giving a speech, pretty much saying how she freed the people from King's Landing, and the new goal is freeing the rest of the world. How could she even say that when she pretty much just took out most of the people of King's Landing? I don't know. Dany turns to Tyrion and tells him he committed treason. Tyrion tells her that she killed thousands of innocent people, and he takes off the hand's pin and throws it. Dany sends him to prison. Now, how do they really know? Like, Dany was pretty occupied, so how do they even really know that Tyrion let him go? I guess he did dismiss the guards, so maybe, I guess it got back to her. Sorry, I was looking at a text message. But yeah, and then says Tyrion tries to convince Jon to turn on Dany, which means Jon probably is visiting Tyrion in prison. And I don't really know if Dany should allow anybody. That just doesn't sound smart to me. His family to even visit Tyrion. His family will never be safe because it threatens Dany's legitimacy. He's also convinced by Tyrion that his family will never be safe because he presents a threat to her rule. Jon goes to see her, and she is sitting on the Iron Throne alone, and Jon tells her that she needs to stop this madness, and the Grey Worm killed the Lannisters' army from the previous scene. Dany tells Jon that she's doing it for the people. Jon pretends to understand her. When her guard is down, he stabs her with his dagger. Where'd he get a dagger from? I don't think I've ever seen Jon carry a dagger. Drogon comes and is standing over her body, and he burns or melts the Iron Throne and carries her away with his feet. That is so freaking weird. That is so weird. So Drogon's just going to come out of nowhere. I just got another subscriber. Thank you, guys. Drogon just comes out of nowhere and carries her dead body off. Like, I just don't know, man. They're getting so weird. They're so weird. Like, I would have rather, like, I remember when the original thought was Dany was going to die in childbirth. Like, that was so much better. And what happened with that? Like, she never even had a kid. Like, everybody thought that was going to happen. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like one of those things where nobody even thought that she wouldn't be pregnant with Jon's child. So, I don't know. They took this to the complete 180 direction. So, anyways, apparently Drogon comes and just carries her off. Another subscriber. You guys are fantastic. This is like a numbers game, man. Once you get into YouTube, you get addicted to numbers. But it says Grey Worm has Tyrion and Jon as his prisoners. So, I don't know. I guess, did Jon turn himself in? Is he just feeling bad? I don't know. The council is led by Sansa. They tell Grey Worm to release Jon back to them, but he refuses. Tyrion is in front of the council as a prisoner of Grey Worm, and I wonder how long it actually took Sansa to get to King's Landing. But anyways, he's a prisoner of Grey Worm. He isn't making decisions. He is content with being a prisoner. He makes suggestions only. Apparently, he's been in prison for a few weeks. That's when Tyrion says that the new king or queen should decide what happens to Jon. Sam suggests for a democratic vote for the new king. Tyrion calls that idea stupid. And the council decides to vote Bran. He should be king. Oh my God. Like, I don't know. If Bran ends up being the king, I just don't even know what to say, man. If Bran ends up being the king, and I got a really bad feeling it's going to happen. If Bran ends up being the king, this show is just, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst. It says Bran picks Tyrion his hand. So why would Bran even pick Tyrion his hand after that? Tyrion tells Jon that his punishment is going back to the Wall to join the Night's Watch. What Night's Watch? That doesn't make any sense. What Wall? Like, I guess I think maybe they're looking into it. Maybe they're just sending him up north. They're exiling him to the north. Like, I could see that happening. It says Tyrion said Grey Worm wanted him dead and Sansa wanted him back home, so nobody is getting what they want. It's a fair compromise. That's so stupid. Grey Worm accepts Jon's punishment. What does Grey Worm accept? I don't know. He doesn't bend the knee. He leaves with his troops in Dothraki on ships to go free slave cities. And talk about worthless, the Dothraki have absolutely been worthless. They show Tyrion leading the council, but not as worthless as the Golden Company. Samuel Tarly has killed more people than the Golden Company. You guys think about that. Jon says goodbye to Sansa and Arya. Arya tells him that she isn't going back home. She's going to explore whatever is west of Westeros because that's where no one has been. And she is no one, which I really hope that Jack and Hagar would come back. But yeah, I figured that wouldn't happen. The final scene is a closing montage. You see Arya on a ship, Sansa ruling Winterfell, and Jon ghosts Tormund and a bunch of wildlings leaving the Wall and heading north. Now that I'm cool with. Completely cool with Jon going north. He better freaking touch Ghost, man. If he doesn't touch Ghost, another subscriber, you guys are fantastic. If he doesn't touch Ghost, I'll be pissed. Completely pissed. It says, council members Samuel Tarly, the Grand Maester, Davos Seaworth, Master of Ships, Bronn, Master of Coin, and Highgarden. So he could be the guy in green that they kept talking about. Brienne, not sure. Lord Commander. So this guy didn't even know that it was, I don't know. Lord Commander of the King's Guard, Yara Greyjoy, Lord of the Iron Islands. I was kind of surprised they didn't show her in the last episode. Robin Arryn, Lord of the Kingdom of the Mountain and the Vale. Gendry Baratheon, Lord of Storm's Inn. Jon Royce, Lord of Runestone. Hound doesn't get mentioned because he's dead. Podrick is willing around Bran, and he protects him with his wiener. Arya Sand doesn't get mentioned. Sam mentions that they see Drogon in some location but aren't sure. So if they don't, man, so they're not even going to tie things off with Drogon. Like, what, is Drogon just going to be flying around as the last dragon? I don't know. Bran just says, I'll look for him. They don't have a Master of Laws and Whisperers. So Bran's just going to look for the dragon, I guess. I don't know. Tyrion is looking for the right people to fill those spots. Do they really need a Master of Whisperers? I don't feel like that's a spot to fill. I feel like that's something that somebody just is. But anyways, one of the alternate endings, which I don't think is going to happen. Well, actually, I think there will be a trial of some kind because we do know that there was filming in the Dragon Pit. Unless, I don't think they would rent out a space like that just to not show any footage. So I don't think it's one of those things where they were just trying to throw us off. But it says Tyrion's trial in the Dragon Pit is a major scene and has no Jon, Dany, or dragons. Sir Davos is present, not wearing the Hand of the Kingpin. He wasn't in 804 either, along with all 3 Stark children: Samwell Tarly, Brienne, Robin Arryn, Grey Worm, an unknown man wearing golden clothes, likely Dornish, and another unidentified man, and an older short-bearded one dressed in green. That kind of sounds like Bronn, maybe if he's Lord of Highgarden, will be there as well. Bran will flash back to season 1 where Tyrion Lannister told Catelyn Stark, "I never bet against my family." Tyrion is filled with anger and resentment against the people of King's Landing because he saved them against Stannis and they still turned on him. He thinks the people of King's Landing deserved it. That's stupid. Obviously he's done nothing but try to protect the people. He saved them and they were ungrateful. At the trial of Joffrey's murder, he will fall to his knees in the middle of the speech, dragged down by the weight of his actions. His death was filmed in studio, so not sure how he dies. And then it has the combined endings, which it says, the King's Council seems most likely as multiple scenes can be cheaply shot, however few will have graphic effects or sound added. Tyrion will give a speech answering his betrayal like in the alternate ending, but instead of being killed is spared and joins the King's Council. This would fit with the current ending, and besides, Tyrion's death not contradicted. So, yeah, I kind of feel like Tyrion will live. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Tyrion will actually live? I think he will. I think he will. If they're going to kill... Oh, I don't know. At the same time, for the finale of Game of Thrones, it's just going to... I don't know. It's really tough. Like, they're going to kill Dany. Dany's going to die. Dany has to die right now. So, if Dany dies, do they want to take out another lead character? Or is Dany going to pretty much be the death of the episode, and that's going to be it? I could see her just being the death of the episode and Tyrion actually making it out alive. But Jon will probably be exiled north. Dany will be dead. Excuse me. And then Tyrion will either be dead or not. His character doesn't even matter really anymore because they've destroyed him as well. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we got for the leaks for the final episode of Game of Thrones. It's pretty awful. Another subscriber. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't keep saying that, but you guys are just absolutely awesome. I haven't seen growth like this in a long time. So, yep. Thank you guys so much for watching. All the links, of course, will be in the description below if you want to follow me on Twitter as well. Yeah, it would be absolutely awesome. Just drop me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you want to. And yeah, we'll see you in another video here, probably closer to like 5 or 6 o'clock. So anyways, hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. We get to watch the Game of Thrones finale. It's still bittersweet just because, I know a lot of us have invested so much time into this. YouTubers have invested so much time, you guys watching our videos and stuff. So yeah, it's still bittersweet. It just sucks, man, because it's going out on a very low note. I wanted this to be like, they had the budget, they had the time, they just didn't have enough episodes, man. Like, why was it 6 episodes? I just, like, how did they even think this was going to be any bit successful? I've been afraid about it from the beginning. I thought it was going to have to be done perfect with 6 episodes, and they're not even close. So, nonetheless, let me know what you guys think. And, yeah, can't wait to watch it tonight. Can't wait for it to kind of be over. And let me know what you think about those prequels still. Do you guys think that this is going to, you know, kind of deteriorate the production of the spinoffs? I don't really know. But anyways, this has been Lycan. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.